Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. I'm Coffin Cutie and I'm here with Living Dead Girl. Say hi.
Hi everyone.
So this is episode 4 now, which is crazy. I feel like we only did it literally
4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it feels like it's come really quick though for a 4th
It has, yeah.
Today's episode we're going to be doing the Conjuring Universe. Now we said this in our last podcast episode where we wasn't sure if we was going to do it in the order that they... What's the word?
Like with the Conjuring, the Nun,
yeah,
and Annabelle, wasn't it?
Basically, we found the way they are set, and we thought if we do it like that, it's going to be really confusing. So we're just going to do it in chunks. So we're going to do all the Conjurings today, all of the Annabelles next week, and the Nuns the week after, because there's only 2 nuns in there. So do you want to say the actual order that they come in?
Yeah, well, one thing I've just thought though, we've got to try not to, like, when we talk about it today, we've got to try not to say too much about Annabelle and the Nun, because I feel like that's going to be really easy to do, isn't it? So we've got to try, because obviously we're because it's entwined, isn't it? It's all entwined. Yeah. So naturally we are going to be speaking about the Nun and Annabelle today anyway. Yeah. But it's going to be like a brief overview, whereas next week with Annabelle we'll go hard on it. Hardcore. We'll go hard on it next week, and then I don't know why I've told you all that. That's probably completely irrelevant. Anyway, so the actual chronological order, apparently, of the films, I sort of knew a little bit, but I didn't realise the Nun was first. I definitely didn't know that. This is from online, so I looked at a couple of sources just to back my information up, and it's saying that I'm not going to read the years because I feel like we're going to be here all day. So it's the first Nun, and then Annabelle Creation, the Nun 2, Annabelle, the Conjuring, Annabelle Comes Home, the Curse of... can't say it. The Curse of La Llorona. That sounds very exotic, I think. The Conjuring 2 and The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It. I've not actually seen The Curse of La Llorona. The fuck, that is a mouthful. I want to watch it now, though.
I don't know.
So, yeah, apparently that is the correct order, which is quite weird, really, isn't it?
Yeah, because I thought it went, obviously...
I thought Annabelle would be first.
Yeah, and then I thought maybe the Nun would have come sort of after Conjuring 2. The Nun only appeared in Conjuring 2, didn't she?
Well, I was about to say,
so I thought maybe that would come after.
Yeah, but the Annabelle doesn't actually appear in the Nun, does she?
No.
So you'd think...
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's weird, isn't it?
The Nun doesn't appear in the first Conjuring.
No.
She only appears in the second. So I thought maybe they would do the second and then do the Nun after, maybe.
Pardon? Do the Nun? I beg your pardon.
No, that's not very Catholic, is it?
Oh, I'm a little Catholic girl. Leave me alone.
I'm not.
No, I thought, like, similar kind of to you. I generally thought it was maybe like Annabelle.
Yeah, because Annabelle is in pretty much all of them.
Yeah, and then maybe
only at the start
first Conjuring.
Yeah, only at the start of that one, that's what confuses me a little bit, because obviously with Conjuring 1, she's only at the first scene.
And then you don't see her.
No, and then it goes off to something completely different.
Yeah, but I think it's what's inside.
What, inside the doll?
Sorry, I'm being...
You mean the little girl?
Yeah, no, inside Annabelle.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little girl, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The
demonic entity.
Yeah.
See, big words.
But I was just being weird in the head.
Because that same scene appears in Annabelle, doesn't it? That same scene with the girls.
What, at the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yeah. See, in the beginning of Annabelle, in the beginning of The Conjuring, the first one, obviously, with that scene with Annabelle, the 2 girls, Ed and Lorraine. Yeah. That same scene is in Annabelle, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, obviously we're going to be starting off with The Conjuring 1. All the Conjuring films follow Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are 2 demonologists, and they investigate different cases. But in this particular one, they investigate the Annabelle case from 1968. In the case, friends Debbie and Camilla say they have a possessed doll. I mean, it's quite a straightforward thing, isn't it, really? They explain that after they contacted a medium, they allowed a spirit who claimed to be a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died in the apartment, to possess the doll. The movie also tells a story of how the Warrens helped a family terrorised by a dark presence in a secluded farmhouse in 1971. Now, I'm going to assume, I'm just reading in front of me, obviously, all our information, we do have it, like, some knowledge, don't we?
Yeah.
But obviously, we do research before the podcast.
Especially for this one, because they're based on true stories.
Exactly,
well, so.
and that's the thing, isn't it? We can't, obviously we may say the odd thing, but it's just by what we've seen. So obviously I knew that the first Conjuring was based on a true story, but I didn't really know the story behind it because it isn't that well known, I don't think. Not as in the Conjuring isn't very well known, as in the real life event isn't very well known.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So apparently the first Conjuring is based on some hauntings that happened on the Perron family. I think I've said that correct.
Yeah.
They moved into the 14-room farmhouse in Harrisville, Rhode Island in January 1971, and they began to notice strange things happening after they moved in. They then went on to have it investigated by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and obviously they basically sucked the demon out the house. That sounded weird. Not like that.
But the house is up for you can go visit it, can't you? And overnight stays.
What, from the first Conjuring?
Yeah, the house.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'd stay there.
Sam and Colby did, didn't they? No, you can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, Sam and
Shut
Colby
up.
did. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Sam
Don't
and
you remember?
No, I thought you meant.
No, yeah, they did both.
I didn't see that one.
If you don't know who Sam and Colby are, right, they were two like American dudes who go like in abandoned places and do what was it called? Well, they tried to speak to
creepy
the dead.
shit.
Yeah, and basically they went to go visit when it was open. They went to go visit Ed and Lorraine's like museum thing where all like the possessed stuff is, and then they also did. I think they did like a week stay at the Conjuring house.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that.
Or I think it might have been a couple of days or a week stay they did in that house.
I knew they'd done the museum, that they went there, but I never knew that. That's madness, isn't it?
Madness.
But yeah, I really, really love that film. I actually can't believe you can stay there though. I so want to look into that. What, you still can?
I don't know if you can still can.
That was good English. Great.
Look, let me do our research on.
Oh, you're doing the Google this week.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Can not Anne. Can you still stay at the
I don't think they need to hear you.
Conjuring house. House.
Yeah.
That's AI though, I don't trust AI. But the AI overview says yes, you can still stay at the Conjuring house.
Why don't you trust AI?
Because sometimes it's wrong.
Oh, okay.
And if we're doing this podcast, we've got to do it properly. Okay? We can't give false information.
Oh my god, you're probably making their ears bleed.
Well, you don't have to listen to me, do you? So, just your choice.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, that's mental. I didn't actually know that.
Because obviously, you could stay at it, but I don't know if it's still... You can now.
Yeah.
But like, because obviously with Ed and Lorraine Warren's museum, it was open, but now it's closed for some reason. What
Probably
happened?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? How it's all of a sudden...
Is there going with Conjuring 4?
There is actually. Did you not know that? No, there's a Conjuring 4 coming out.
I reckon it's going to be based on people mucking around with their stuff and they all get possessed by everything in the room.
It's called I don't know if I've said it right. I haven't fucking said it yet, but it's called The Conjuring 4 Last Rites. Right. Last Rites. Oh, we're really giggly today. I apologise if it's a bit up in the air at the minute. We need to compose ourselves and be professionals.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you though. I can't look at you. It says that apparently there's no official plot at the moment, but it's expected to be the final mainline chapter in the series, and it's going to focus on Ed and Lorraine Warren's last case. So it's saying here that fans are hopeful that it will address one of their most famous cases, and it's set to be released on September 5th, 2025. What famous case that is, I don't know, because I imagine they've done so many. Can you imagine having that life though?
What, to just do that as a job?
Yeah, just literally conjuring up some spirits and fucking them up.
I don't think...
Fucking them up. I didn't say fucking them, you fucking weirdo.
I don't think they conjure up the spirits.
No, but they get them out the bodies, don't they? And then they fuck them off. That's what I meant.
Hold on, what?
Oh, fuck me, here she goes.
Google later. What was...
What are you Googling now?
Ed and...
last case.
Last case.
Oh, don't trust AI.
It
It doesn't say that on mine when I Google stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, but what are you Googling on?
Google.
No, what phone do you have?
I've got more Apple and more Samsung, and I.
Because I don't think it shows up on many Samsung.
What, on Android?
Yeah.
Shout out to Millie.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm talking like you're not even here. No, Millie is my sister.
My blister.
Yeah. My sister is my blister. So it literally just says The Conjuring Last Rise, but it doesn't say what the last case was.
What?
Last
Rights.
rights.
Is that right?
Right? Last case of the films and then
Last rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it premieres on September the 5th, 2025.
That's just share.
Is it?
Or if you're me, when I put up a post about that film I went to see last night, I put best horror movie of 2024.
Oh.
And it wasn't until about 15 minutes later I sat there and I was like, it's not 2024.
No. Oh, I don't know.
Anywho's,
go and research it yourself.
Let's get back onto the actual subject because I feel like we're just chatting shit. But yeah, I love it. I think it's a great film. I think the whole Conjuring, like the whole fucking idea around it, the fact that they've taken real life events and then made it into a film, I don't think it's got anything up against other films like that.
No.
Even, I love Insidious. I love it. But I think even that, I'm not sure if they're based on real things. They might be. I don't know. But I think
that's another podcast.
Yeah, that's another podcast. Yeah. I just think the way they do it, so clever.
Yeah.
And it's, by the scenes of it, from what I know, like, same as you, Ruby, and that, like, we know a lot about The Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
And I've looked into the Enfield haunting, and from what I've seen and what I've read and everything like that and watched, they have got it, like, spot on.
Yeah.
Even, like, who they casted, they were very similar to the real life people.
Yeah, because they show, like, the, I think, is it in every Conjuring film? At the end, in the credits, they show you the real pictures.
I'm not sure if they did in the first one. That's why it confused me. Obviously, I knew it was based on a true story.
Yeah, number 2 definitely did.
2 did, and so did 3.
Floating above the bed.
So did 3, because we'll get on to 3 in a minute. Just to mention as well, because I think it is important to credit people, because you know, horror creators and directors are so intelligent and creative, and it's you've got to mention them. Yeah. The Conjuring is directed by James Wan. Hopefully, I've said that right. And written by Chad Hayes and Kari. What does that say? Carrie? I reckon that's Carrie, innit?
Carrie.
Yeah, just spelled differently. Carrie Hayes. But I know that James Wan has done quite a lot of films, so I just wanted to mention him as well. But for me, as much as I love the first Conjuring because it sets you up for the whole thing, if that makes sense, I love The Conjuring 2. And I feel like most of this podcast is going to be about The Conjuring 2 because
that is our favourite one.
It is, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously this is a completely different kind of thing as to what we've been doing because we've been speaking about franchises that go on from one another.
Yeah.
Whereas this is they're different stories about what actually happened in real life.
Yeah.
So, you know, some people don't believe in it. I believe in it.
I believe
I believe in the paranormal.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I mean, we've had
our own experience.
We've had our own experience. So it's
apparently I bloody conjured up the thing.
You did conjure up the thing, demon. But yeah, so we've had a personal experience as a family anyway. So straight off the bat, that's what I do. But regardless, I do believe in that. So watching the films and sitting there thinking, oh my God, that's like actually happened to people. What are you doing?
I've got a numb hand.
You got a numb hand?
Yeah.
You only sat there? You leant on your elbow?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're currently doing this from my bedroom on the bed. How funny is that?
Yeah.
Might have our own shack one day to do it from.
Imagine.
Obviously, as we know, Ed is played by Patrick Wilson, fantastic actor. He's in Insidious as well. We love him. And Vera Farmiga, I can't say her last fucking name. Farmiga. It's definitely not that. But again, she's amazing. Do you know she's actually in a heavy metal band?
I think you said this to me before.
Yeah, she's a lead singer in a heavy metal band. How insane is that? You wouldn't think that.
No.
And obviously her sister is in American Horror Story. She plays Violet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're doing the Conjuring series, she's in The Nun. You idiot.
Oh
She's
yeah.
like the sweet little petite
Sister Irene.
Irene.
Is it Irene?
I
It
don't
is,
know.
isn't it? I fucking hope so, because if not, I've just made that up.
Yeah, no, she's in both of them.
Yeah, no, I remember now. When The Conjuring, the first one came out, I didn't think they'd do more.
Yeah, but if
thought it
you
was like
think
a
about
one-hit
it, the
wonder.
amount of like, if it was based on a true story, then they knew for well that
They could keep going with that, though, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Apparently, this The Conjuring 4 is the last one, though, but I think that's stupid, because they can keep going with something like
there's
that.
been so many of them out there, do you know what I mean? But then Ed and the Rain, when obviously in real life, die at some point, don't they? So
Selfish. I'm not joking. Rip. No, but
because they can't really do the films without Ed and the Rain, because they're the ones who are the heroes of the film.
yeah, but obviously the real Ed and Lorraine Warren would have had loads of cases, so they could.
True.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
The Conjuring 1, what is some of your favourite scenes? Because I think there was some great scenes in Conjuring 1. I like when the mum's having, like, she's being exorcist. What? She's having the exorcism.
Well, I like it when it starts just to
Things start happening.
and where they're asleep, and then what's it called? Is it Joey? No, Joey King. That's not her name, is it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Is it
yeah,
Joey?
the little girl you're on about,
Yeah.
yeah. She plays Gypsy in the act, didn't she? Yeah.
Is it Joey?
Joey King, yeah.
It just sounds weird when I'm saying
No,
it.
it is. That
But
is
where
right.
her foot gets pulled out the
Yeah.
bed, and she tries to put it back up again, and thinks it's one of her sisters.
Well, I don't
No.
put my foot outside of the
No, but
bed.
do you know what I do?
I wrap myself up like a sausage
the,
roll.
The amount of horror films I watch, I put the blanket underneath my feet.
Yeah, you tuck it round.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
But
Roll
because
myself up.
my bedroom, obviously you've been up there, and it's very
Eerie.
weird in it.
Yeah.
So I just don't like it.
Yeah, it is.
During night time at like 3 a.m, because 3 a.m is the
Yeah, I wake up at that time.
Yeah.
I don't know
always
why.
have my flashlight on and TikTok on low when I go down for a toilet.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Do you wake up at 3 o'clock?
roundabout, yeah.
Yeah, I do as well. Oh my fuck. Do you reckon we're like in touch with demons?
So maybe. But
Touching up demons.
yeah, well, apparently, like I said earlier, I conjured up
Yeah,
one,
you
so maybe
definitely did.
I am attached to the paranormal.
Yeah. I think you
Imagine.
are.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, on my days.
maybe one day I have a film made about me.
Maybe. We could actually. About our experiences, fucking hell.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. But yeah, no, it is eerie where we live because it's like a 16th century building, so there's a lot of history behind it. But anyways,
Enough about us.
giving you our life story. But yeah, I do
sort of story.
I do like that scene. I also like the hide and go clap.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that where she goes into like the wardrobe.
Yeah,
but she's
I
not actually in
remember.
the wardrobe, is she?
I actually remember when the trailer came out for that on the TV, and that was one of the clips. Do you know when you see a trailer, and it was? Do you know when she's at the top of the basement?
Yeah.
And the candle on or something, and then because the demon claps, it puts the candle out.
Yeah.
That was one of the, and I remember watching it thinking, I've always loved horror, but I've never been this into it. In the last like 4 or 5 years is when I've really got into it. But I remember watching it thinking, fuck me, that looks
You know
terrifying.
what? I remember when I first watched it, and then you told me to turn away because of when the dog dies.
Oh yeah,
He was like, Ruby, turn away, and I was like,
that is my horror movie right there. Just the dog dying. I don't care about people, but animals.
yeah,
That matters. I'm terrible for things like that. It's like, do you know in Lilo and Stitch?
yeah.
No, with the duckling scene.
Oh,
That is my horror movie. If people ask me what's your most frightening horror movie, I say Lilo and Stitch. Because that's such a sad scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just Paul Stitch. I'm so tapped in the head. Anyway, anything I think was missing, but maybe it's because they would just, obviously they've gone based on real life events. But do you know they've added like the elements of the nun?
Yeah.
And obviously I know they had Annabelle in the first one, but you know, like the Crooked Man was in the second one, and the Nun, they added like different elements to it, whereas in the first one there wasn't. It was a basic story of your house is possessed, things are happening.
But they did have something though, didn't they? They had that little toy. Yeah, it looked like the box looked like some sort of like mirror turn like.
Yeah, but I mean in the sense of like
it
figments.
turns up behind you, and when you look behind you, there's something there.
Yeah, but I mean as in like a constant figment. Obviously, they had the when she looks in the mirror, wasn't it like a little boy or something behind her, and then there was a woman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we've not seen them again. Whereas obviously with the Nun, she appears in the Conjuring 2, and then there's a whole thing about her now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like they didn't make anything of the woman behind her. Do you get what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
But then I suppose that's where Annabelle comes into it. Because it's like the first one's Annabelle, the second one's the Nun, and then...
Well, I think they should do films about all of them. So they've done the Nun, they've done Annabelle, maybe they should do one about the Crooked Man.
They have done one, but not them. Sorry, so they haven't done one. Sorry. I don't think it's not actually within the Conjuring universe, because I think it's like a low budget horror that someone else has just made.
But they need to do like, I think I said this before, every single time we watch it and we see Ed and Lorraine's like museum thing in the, because it's just a room, isn't it?
Yeah,
full of stuff. I say every time that they need to like do a film on each haunted thing that you physically see in that room.
Yeah, but can you imagine how many there'd be though?
So like I think there was like in one of the, I think it was either Annabelle's, I think one of the girls who decided to go in that room, I think she plays with something in there, and that's when all like the stuff happens. I can't remember what Annabelle it is though, but she, like, a teenager goes to like babysit their daughter.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Friend's friend.
It's Annabelle. No, it's not Annabelle Creation, is it?
I don't know, but the babysitter's friend comes round and decides to try and get in that room, and then she plays with something and reminds her of her dad. I think it was the TV.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, because her dad goes on the TV.
Yeah,
to see her dad. Yeah.
And then it's like a repeat thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they should do the things that people go and play with in that room by accident. They need to do like films about it.
Yeah. There's a story behind it.
Yeah, that's why they've put it in the film.
Yeah.
The scene. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Or like the wedding dress one.
Yeah.
There's a wedding dress in there.
Yeah.
What else did they play with by accident?
Pardon. Sorry, I'm so bad.
But they use it for certain reasons, and if it actually does something, then clearly that happened.
Well, the thing is, it makes the audience like intrigued, doesn't it? And then the fact that we've not been given anything by it, it's like
in there, it's like on Annabelle.
Yeah.
I think she opens Annabelle's case, but obviously Annabelle has its own film now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And then like you see the toy that I was talking to you about in Annabelle 1 in for God's sake, in Conjuring 1, like the wind-up toy.
Yeah.
And then you've got a random monkey in there. Like with the ones with the hands.
Yeah. That's what's in my brain all the time.
The
monkey with the two like clashy things.
And then you've got like this warrior. The warrior costume.
You said that really weird. Warrior.
Costume. Warrior. Costume in there. Do you know what I mean?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember the dress. I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
Imagine.
So the stuff that they've actually put into like the main like screen.
Yeah.
They need to do things with.
Yeah, but they'll be there all fucking day if they done that.
Yeah,
the whole room must fill up.
The more films, the more money.
Yeah, but you got to imagine with paranormal films and demonic films. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, apart from the storyline. Yeah. It's the same. Oh, you got a demon in your house. It's doing shit to the family. It's doing shit to the house.
Everything's different. It's like the Conjuring 1 and 2.
They are different. Obviously, because the story and the plot's different. But what I'm saying to you is things that a demon will do to someone, like getting bruising on your leg, getting pulled in the bed, or getting lifted in the air in bed. Also, you know what I mean? Like a lot of horror films use the same things when it comes to paranormal films. So maybe in his head, the creator's head, they're thinking, right, we can't do too many because it will look the same.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Even though it's different, I know that sounds really strange, but they probably they'll run out of ideas, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, with what the demon will do. Although apparently in The Conjuring 2, it isn't referred to as a demon, it's referred to as a poltergeist.
What does that mean?
A poltergeist, I think, don't quote me and don't come at me because I'll literally block you and make you cry. But I'm pretty sure a poltergeist is like well, no, it's not, because it was fucking... I thought a poltergeist was like a gentle demon. Whatever the fuck that is. Google it.
I'm trying to Google something else right now.
No, I thought a poltergeist was like
on.
not a gentle ghost, but like...
Hey Siri. What is a poltergeist?
It's an entity, but I don't know if it's that demonic.
A type of ghost or spirit that moves physical objects.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
In German folklore, a ghost lore.
Yeah, see, I was kind of right then, because...
Sorry.
You dropped the mic. Yeah,
Drop
because a poltergeist basically fucks with you, yeah? Whereas a demon will rip your soul from your body. So there is... What?
Carry on.
No, but it does. It will fuck around with you.
Yeah.
Stop it! It's being rude.
I can't hold my mic.
It will mess with your head, and it will like make...
If you hit... Right, hold on.
Why did your Google search my sister had a baby? What?
Oh, because it came up and Prue was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh.
Other sibling, by the way. Just like, because I was watching our podcast from last time when I did my thing, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I showed her like a clip
shrimp
of it.
Impression.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Karen wants to try and search up this.
I'm trying to, but you fucking... I just saw it in the corner of my sister.
Things that's
it's a knee slapper, that one. What was I fucking saying, Ruby?
Hold on, no. Side note, that's what I was about to say. If you keep hearing dropping noises, it's because my whole arm has gone numb. And I'm trying to hold this mic in my hand and my phone in the other, and I have no physical grip to hold this mic down. So sorry. Carry on.
What was I fucking saying? You've lost me now. I was in it and all then.
About the poltergeist.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's what I meant. Obviously, it probably you still don't want it in your house, a poltergeist, but it's not this like the type that's there to suck your soul.
Isn't there another one where I think that might be actually? I think you said to me ages ago about.
Because if you think about it, the nun is what's the demon.
Yeah.
And the poltergeist is what's moving shit around in the furniture in the house. So it's probably two different like entities. Yeah. My mum had a poltergeist when we were younger. I actually saw it on the bed. Well, I don't know if that's what I saw, because the thing I saw looked like the girl from Insidious sat on the bed. You saw it as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
and
the white woman.
Yeah, loads of people that...
Was it a wedding? It was a white dress.
Yeah, and it sort of come up to the neck. Yeah. And it's really strange.
Old-fashioned.
I was about 13, 14, and I ran downstairs and I was crying, I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my God, there's someone sat on your bed. And then you said it, didn't you?
Yeah, because when I used to stay...
But you didn't know that I'd said it.
How old was I about that time? I was really young when I...
6, 7.
So I used to stay around my aunts all the time, like I do now. Nothing's changed. But when I used to stay around theirs, because obviously it was you, obviously Nan and Grandad, and I used to sleep in their spare room, and then every time I needed a toilet, there would be like an attic thing, and then you can see the outline of the attic. So I used to walk the closest to the walls I possibly can.
You hated it, didn't you? Yeah.
I did not like walking underneath it.
Or you'd bolt across the hallway, wouldn't you?
I still do that now.
Do you?
Yeah, so when I'm in my bedroom, I would literally shut the door, then I bolt to my bed.
Yeah, but it is eerie. Yeah,
things in my bedroom drop all the time. Me and my sister...
See, that's like... Yeah. If you think that it's like that up there, that would be a poltergeist then.
Exactly. Me and my sister, we share a bedroom, but when we're both asleep in bed, no one's moving around, things will drop.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, that's odd.
Even if it's laid flat on our desk or something, and it's literally, I don't know, let's say my phone, it will fall and it will be like all the way over there.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Well, you can fucking keep that shit. Don't you be bringing it in here.
Yeah.
I may like it, but I don't mean I want to fucking have a first-hand encounter with it.
I was watching saw someone on TikTok, but I can't remember the name, so sorry.
Sauce.
But they were saying about how if you've had one of them experiences before, obviously what we had when I was little.
Yeah.
Apparently it stays attached to you.
Yeah.
unless you get it removed. So maybe
get it removed.
no, but as in like you get like a cleansing or something.
It ain't a fucking tattoo room. You can't get it lasered off.
No, I meant as in like a cleansing or something.
Yeah, like holy water. Yeah,
but obviously, so I think from one that happened, I think maybe it's just stuck with me.
It's just latched onto you.
So anywhere I go, it's just chaos happens.
Yeah. But like I said, I have had, and so have you, experiences. So
yeah,
watching these films, it's actually quite bad that like people can have opinions. I'm not saying people can't believe, have to believe in it. Sorry, at all. That's
but if we've actually
experienced it.
Yeah,
I had this actually on. We are going to speak more about The Conjuring in a minute, guys. But I think it is good to bring in personal experience. But I had a comment on one of my videos actually.
Oh my.
Right, I'm not even going there too much because it made my blood boil. But someone was like, I don't believe in ghosts. I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I do because I've had a personal experience, but I respect your opinion. And then they got like proper what?
The warrior.
Oh yeah, I get you.
Show you.
They got proper arsy with me for having my own opinion. I was like, look, mate, I'm telling you, I've had my own experience. Yeah. Don't push your beliefs onto me. You know, I'm also Catholic, so I believe in the afterlife anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not like hard religious. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am because I'm not at all. But I am a Catholic. I do have my beliefs, and it's people don't respect it.
I'm not Catholic at all.
But you believe in the afterlife because
I believe in Jesus.
I think the problem is as well, people want to believe in the good sometimes, but they don't want to believe in the bad.
No, yeah.
So they want to believe in heaven.
Yeah.
But they don't want to also believe in the paranormal and the afterlife without making this a religious thing, but I'm just making that point. You know, I do. What happened to them people in the Enfield house was awful. They got absolutely. If you watch like interviews and things like that,
people say they're faking it.
They got absolutely slaughtered for it.
Are we still on Conjuring 1 or not?
No, I don't think there's much to say on the Conjuring 1.
Because I found things about with if you've seen pictures of when Janet is like levitating above her bed.
Yes, fucking
obviously
mental.
I think there's 3 pictures. So there's one where she's literally an inch off her bed, and then there's one where she's up in the air. But how she's positioned, people are saying about how that they've made it so that it looks like she's just jumped from her bed up.
Yeah, but people are severely forgetting the fact that as in like edited.
No, as in like
she's just jumped.
Yeah, as in like the people who took the photos
told her to jump,
faked it, and she just jumped. And but how she's positioned herself looks like she's jumped off her bed and up.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Absolutely horrendous, really, to go through that and then have no one believe you.
Yeah.
You know yourself, if there's something and no one believes you, it's a horrible feeling. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think as well, what I said about earlier, I'm sure I said about it, it's incredible how they have got it to a T.
Yeah.
Like even that, like you said about the photos, didn't you?
Yeah.
How they done them photos in the film to the real life ones. Yeah. And the casting, like they look like very similar, don't they? The people.
Yeah.
What about when all the crosses go upside down and she's when she's in the room?
Yeah, but people got really funny about it because obviously the Conjurers are based on a true story, but obviously you got to add at least some things that didn't happen in it, didn't you?
Well, that's what it's based. Yeah. You know.
But with all the crosses that were in that room and turning upside down and whatnot, people are like, yeah, but that actually didn't happen though, did it?
Yeah, but
they add
effect to it. Yeah,
there's no, because people's like, yeah, but there's no actual like.
I don't imagine the Crooked Man did either.
No,
though.
Yeah,
that probably didn't.
No,
and I don't imagine the nun. So they've probably based. I might be totally wrong. Yeah. I mean, if anyone knows, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you'll find it was a relatively straightforward like thing that happened, like any other like thing. Yeah. Oh, demons possess the house kind of thing, poltergeist, sorry. And then they've obviously exaggerated it because that's why it's based on a true story. They're not going to...
I think people just get annoyed over it, over the silliest things when it comes to true stories. Because they'll pick everything out that actually
literally
didn't happen. And they're like, well, why?
Yeah, but then when you think about it, I think the Bill... Is his name Bill Parker in Conjuring 2, the old man?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's Bill Parker, isn't it?
I thought it was Perkins.
Bill Perkins.
I don't know.
No, I'm thinking of Insidious, I think. I'm thinking of Parker Crane, isn't
I? Bill.
Ed. Eddie. Sorry. I think Eddie. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I think that actually happened though. I've just put Bill Perkins in. It's come up with American hedge fund manager. Hi, Bill. And look at him. He's a geezer, isn't he? No, fuck me. I can't think what his name is now. Us, we've not got our information right, have we? Bill Wilkins. We're both wrong. Oh. What did I say? Bill Parker. You said Bill Perkins.
What is it? Wilkins?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Perkins.
Wilkins.
It's got a Z on the end. We're so professional. Yeah, I think that geezer was real though. I think that actually happened. There was some old crusty man.
Stop calling me Janet.
What?
Janet's asleep.
Oh yeah, all right.
And I'm reading off of them. I can't remember that.
Do you know what? I think we should just scrap.
My name's Bill.
The horror podcast.
Bill Wilkins.
Do a comedy one.
I'm 72 years old. I come from the grave.
Oh, get life. But yeah,
maybe we should have 2 podcasts, one for horror and then one where we just talk
literally fuck about. Yeah. I can't help it. I think it'd be boring if we sat there being serious though. I'm not serious.
No, you only live once. Like
yo to the low. Yeah. Just gave myself the ick. Like grim. Ew.
Don't know, I did sometimes where because normally I'm really silly, yeah. But then if I go too silly, then I look back and then I'll be quiet and I come myself like, just shut up.
What the fuck are you chatting about?
No, then I'm being silly, like Bill Wilkins.
Yeah, but you're
and then then sometimes then I overdo it and then I'll sit there while you're speaking again.
What did I just do that? Yeah, but it's fine. Just be you, babe.
Be you. Be yourself.
Be true to you, hun.
Exactly.
Hun. I want to hear.
Babe.
Anyway, shut up.
Hun.
Yeah, I'm only say hun. Only say hun. I only say hun when I'm being sarcastic.
I hate it when people text you like, okay, hun.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're hun.
If they're being deadly serious, then they actually need to go and sort their lives out. But if it's like if I'm having an argument with someone, I'd be like, all right, hun, crack on then.
Yeah.
Anyway, why are we talking about this?
We were talking about Bill Wilkins.
Bill Perkins? Bill Parker. I was thinking Barker Crane from Insidious. Is his name Barker Crane? I feel like I've made that up now.
I don't know. Podcast for another day.
Yeah, I know, but I need to know now because I ain't having fucking know-it-alls in the comment section.
3 years later.
Barker Crane. Yeah, Insidious. That was the one we met, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, the one that dresses up.
No.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Parker Crane. Not in real life, it's the bride in black. Parker Crane.
Oh, I swear his name was something else.
No.
I'm going to the cast.
Oh, we're not doing Insidious.
No, but hold on for 1 minute. Hold fire. Hold on.
Parker Marilyn Crane, also known as the Bride in Black, is a secondary.
Oh, I thought you meant his name in real life.
No, his name in real life's like Tom or something.
Yeah, that's it. Tom.
Right, shut up. This isn't Insidious. Right, anyway.
That's your fault.
Yeah, but you brought it
about
up.
You bloody Bill Perkins, or what do you say? Parker.
What?
No, as in, yeah, because you started with your Bill Parker.
I was closer than you, shut your mouth. Anyway, so we
actually I was. So I said Perkins, and his name's Wilkins.
Even though we've been talking about the Conjuring 2 for fuck knows how long, I think it's probably ideal to give a little, because we're talking about the Enfield haunt, and like they might not even know what the fuck we're banging on about.
Well, facts right then, yeah.
I would like to think if you're watching this, you've seen The Conjuring. But
yeah.
No, because we said that's the whole point. If people haven't seen it, they can come to our video. And we're literally giving them no information.
I'm sorry.
Other than what his name was, Bill Wilkins.
Bill Wilkins.
There you go, solid fat there.
Ed.
Credit us.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's important to say about obviously what actually happens in terms of the actual haunting that took place. So Ed and Lorraine Warren, they have to travel to London to help the Hodgsons. Who are they? Bored?
No.
In 1977. Enfield. It was Green Street, it was called, I think. Oh, I actually want to go look at the house. People living in it now. Can you imagine how many people lurk outside like a weirdo? That'd be me.
That's like, if anything, like, people go to the first Conjuring house all the time.
Yes, but someone lives in it. In the one in Enfield. Normal
weirdo.
House. I would do that.
Go live in my bedroom then. No.
No thanks, you're fucking alright.
Yeah.
Creepy out there. So the mum, Peggy, asks for help basically because there's an entity, all that kind of shabam, and then Janet is the one who's like all fucked up and she gets possessed.
Yeah.
She gets touched by the demon.
By Bill Wilkins.
Bill Wilkins.
He's 72 years old.
That was really good impression. Oh my god, that was really good. Well, good impressions. You could be a voice actor.
That's what I'm saying. Get me on it now. Right now. Contact me right now.
Hit me up.
Hit me up, yeah.
Obviously, the movie does reference the Amityville murders as well. I'm not sure why, but it is in the beginning. So I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that, but I don't think it's really relevant. What did you think of The Conjuring 3? Because I really liked it, but I didn't. I liked it because of the romance, I think. Because obviously we know that Ed and Lorraine Warren have this, like... Just a quick one as well. What about when he sings Can't Help Falling in Love in number 2?
Oh my god, yeah.
I was crying.
Yeah, when he's playing his little guitar. Well, his guitar.
Do not do that finger out ever again. No, thank you. But I think that is why people like it as well, because there is the element of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not like a hardcore romance.
Yeah, but I think you see more of them in Annabelle, though. With Ed and Lorraine. Like, their personal side to them. Like, where with their daughter and everything.
Yeah. No, yeah, I see that. I get what you mean.
Whereas with the Conjurings, it's literally just them helping defeat demonics. Demonic entities.
Yeah,
but with the Annabelle like films, there you can see more of their like home, and their daughter. Yeah, and she's got a little bit of the rain in her, isn't she? Sorry. Misgendered.
Yeah, like psychic skills.
Yeah, she. What is it? I think she goes to school and she starts to see like a male figure, doesn't she?
What one is that from? Is it?
It's the same one where she has the babysitter.
Oh yeah,
that one.
Yeah. I get ya.
And she has like this male like figure just stood there, and then when she goes to look back at it, it's gone.
Yeah. It was going to happen though, wasn't it? When your mother's in touch with demons. But yeah, anyway, back to number 3, because I diverted then. I don't know why. I think you naturally, like we say every week, you're going to bounce. You're going to bounce between the lot. But so The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is a sequel to the 2 films and the 3rd entry in the main series. So the movie revolves around the trial of Arnie Johnson. He's got a middle name, but I ain't saying it because I ain't got a fucking clue how you say that.
Who?
Shani.
Shanice. Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Yappa. Shut it, please. Do you remember that was a big old trend?
It's still a really cool trend, alright? But yeah, anyways. What is actually wrong with us? We got something wrong with us.
We just find The Conjurers funny, apparently.
Anyway, Harvey? Who's Harvey?
Harvey.
Arnie.
So from Sharkdale. You're not a nobody. You're a winner. Sorry. Do you know what? They're probably clicked off by now.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Listen, all right. You can't take us at our best. You don't deserve us at our worst. No, that's what I'm saying, is it? If you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Wait, is this our worst or our best?
Probably the best.
Yeah.
It's best you're getting. So basically, a murder took place in 1981 in Connecticut, and it was in connection with someone called Arnie Johnson. As we said, don't say it again. Compose yourself. Right, get it out then quickly.
Ernie.
So wrong with you. And it's based on one of the most sensational cases from
sensational.
From the files of Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it marks the first time in US history that a murder suspect would claim demonic possession. So I've kind of told you, but I haven't. So something happened. He committed a murder. What was you said? Was it his landlord? It? Probably owed rent. Probably owed rent and was like, nah, fuck that. I'll just fucking put you underground, mate. Put you 6 feet under. I got to pay my rent then.
Yeah, then he goes to prison and then he ain't got to pay no rent.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in prison.
No, but he made claims that it was a demonic entity possessing him to do these murders. But I'm pretty sure in the third one, he does more than one murder. I might be totally wrong.
I watched it twice.
I think I've watched it maybe 4 times in the whole time it's come out because I like it, but I'm not like...
It's not the one I reached to.
No, like Conjuring 2.
Yeah, it's the one I reached to.
Yeah. Do you think it's maybe because it's close to home?
Because it's in London.
Where?
London.
London. Do you think? Like, I don't sit and think that, but do you think that is why?
Yeah, it's not far, is it?
Not at all. It's like 2 hours away, isn't it, London from us?
Yeah.
So do you think maybe that's why
we don't really get that many British horrors, do we?
That's what I'm getting at. Not because obviously there's been a entity in London. There's probably fucking loads. Well, I think with
the UK though, it's very. So a lot of stuff has happened here, isn't it? Like because of like the Tudor times, Victorian times, with all the stuff that's happened, there's always going to be this like.
Yeah, so it's like eerie in it because of the Tudor times and the Victorian
and everything.
times.
Yeah, exactly. With everything that happened, like with the ones that come to my mind, like the most famous ones, like with Anne Boleyn.
Yeah,
and like you can still see her like figment, can't you?
Yeah,
and everything like that. I think with the UK, that's a pretty much big of a like the stuff with like ghosts and everything, really.
Whereas that is probably that's probably the only thing that's really spoken about. Whereas there's not many cases, is there? That's known.
No, but stuff has happened here.
Yeah, it would have done, but in America, you got to remember, well, obviously they travelled, Ed and Lorraine Warren, but they mainly done their cases in America.
Yeah.
So there probably has been loads that's happened in the UK.
Yeah.
But because no one's obviously performed exorcisms and it's not...
Yeah.
Obviously they have, like, priests and that would go in, but they were actually demonologists.
What was Peppa Big Bar?
Oh, that's a sore subject, all right? So with us, it's different because we don't have well-known demonologists that would go around helping the UK, whereas America rip Ed and Lorraine Warren, and I think they are fantastic people for what they've done and helping people and believing people as well.
Yeah.
Because you imagine how horrible that is.
Yeah.
You look really sad.
Yeah, sad. I think with over here, we just have a lot of like people who do readings. That's a big one over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like with all like I remember when you was in your like witchy.
Wait, I'm still in my witchy.
No, when you was like really, really into it. And I thought that's when you used to like watch stuff on YouTube, like facts about it and other people that did it. I kind of gained some sort of information here and there on it because I stay around it 24/7. But I don't know because you did it on me, like a tarot reading, and you don't really, unless you, I can't think of the word now, but it's like you don't
have a spiritual connection.
Yeah, you don't do it unless you know for a fact that you feel something there, because otherwise it's not gonna really align with you pretty much. Whereas with me, I believe in that from day dot. And then when she did the reading, it was very much I believed in everything that was there, and it kind of aligned with me very much. And ever since then, I'm like, I think.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting there for 1 minute claiming I'm psychic because I'm not. But what I mean is I feel if you have a spiritual connection, and you believe in that, and then you're in front of someone with a spiritual connection, it works on energy, and I fully believe that. My opinion on that hasn't changed. Like that will remain the same for me. I think a lot of the time it can go wrong if the other person doesn't have that.
Yeah, and I feel as well,
that's like that in a lot of horror films, isn't it? Because a lot of the time the other person doesn't believe in it, and then things go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I just feel like even if we go visit somewhere that it's a bit eerie, I can just sense it. Like I don't know if I walk. I know it's obviously probably for everybody, but Joe, when you like walk past like a graveyard or something, I just feel like I wouldn't say presence, but it's like, do you get what I mean? Do. What are you laughing at?
It's probably because you're in a graveyard.
No, but I'm not in the graveyard. I just walk. I'm, like Joe.
When you're near it.
Yeah, Joe R1 that we have.
It gives you like
vibes,
shudders.
Yeah,
I get that.
Obviously, anything like that. That's what I mean.
any like eerie place. Yeah. No, I get you. So what would you say? Because I actually didn't say about this, and I can't believe I didn't. I just jumped straight to number 3. I think it's because we're all over the place today. What was your favourite scenes in The Conjuring 2? There is probably many, because there is for me.
So my first one would be the one that's nearest the end. So do you know when obviously Lorraine has that vision about Ed and him dying?
Yeah.
So my favourite is when Ed goes to try and save Janet.
And she's all tangled up like a pretzel.
Yeah, and then where Lorraine remembers her vision and then goes to run to Ed, but then Ed slams the door in her face. Like, I love you, Lorraine, but gotta save the girl.
Why are you so good at impressions? That ain't normal. It ain't normal how good you are at impressions.
I don't know, I feel like I need to be a voice actor.
I actually thought Patrick Wilson was in the room with me then.
No, because imagine if he does come to HorrorCon, and then I just do my impression in front of him.
Fucking frightening him.
No,
that was actually
Restraining order. But that's my favourite scene, because
I'll be like, Patrick, sign my titties.
Because obviously
I'd throw my bra at him.
What's the one? What's her name? What's Lorraine's obviously name in real life?
Vera.
That's probably like his work wife.
Do you reckon he's been up her a few times?
Probably.
Sorry.
Anyway, my second one would be where like Janet is possessed and then she's thrown all the knives,
and
stuff at her siblings.
Yeah, that is a good one. I like the scenes with like I like the one where
I like the Bill Wilkins one.
But I was going to say that when
I like the more intense scenes.
But I like the ones with like the nun and the crooked man. You know, like when he sings the crooked song.
Yeah.
I'm going to insert a clip now if I can. If I can't, this is going to be really awkward, but I'm going to try and insert a clip.
What's the song?
Oh, no, you ain't doing an impression of that.
No, I can't do the song. I can't do the impression of that. But what is the song?
There was a crooked... No, but... Yeah, it is that, isn't it? There was a crooked man and he hooked a crooked...
But that's the song. But does he say it? When he
when he walks, I like that song anyway, but he says it slower.
All right.
He doesn't sing it like a 5-year-old girl. What? 5-year-old girl?
I'm not going to do it. Because I can't remember how he says it. What he sounds like. So I can't do it. Sorry.
Disappointed. I'm not angry.
I'm not angry, just disappointed.
Just disappointed.
No, but if I heard...
Oh, fucking hell. Here she goes. While I'm doing that then, I'll say about my other scenes. I also like the scene where, I think everyone likes the scene, where Lorraine goes into the room and then she sees like the nun walking around the room and then goes behind Eddie's fuck off, Ed's. Eddie! It's because we were saying that earlier. Painting, and then runs towards Lorraine. Like, you see her hands go around the side of the painting.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely savage, that bit.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time we properly see the nun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Other than when he painted it.
Yeah.
It's because he had a vision of it, innit?
That was his only vision, though, wasn't it? Because he doesn't have, like, visions like...
No, he said that he dreamt of it. He said that he dreamt of it, didn't he?
Yeah. So I'm just trying... That's not the crooked man.
She's going to play it down the mic. Don't put it too close, though. This is from the film. This is going to be really awkward if I can get the clip in and we're playing it twice. I can't do that.
He was a crooked
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
Just tell me what happened.
Tell me now. No, I won't be able to do that. I'll probably lose my voice box if I do that.
I'll probably fall out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that anyway. I like the scenes where, I mean, it's random, innit?
Yeah.
Don't you think the crooked man, like, being in it's random? The nun I get because they've made it into a toy.
Because they had the toy, didn't they?
Yeah, but they had other toys. Why that toy?
Because when it started to slowly get into it, that's when I think the mum might have walked past, like, into the hallway, and then that's the toy that started playing randomly.
No, that was the fire truck.
No, but you're no, but
Sorry.
no, I swear that happens at some point. I'm making it up.
You're probably making it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is it's a bit random, isn't it? The Crooked Man. Look, the Nun I get because...
Yeah.
Like what you said earlier about the fact that there's not... the Conjuring Universe, forget like the fucking low budget one.
Yeah.
But they haven't actually done anything with that. Which is weird because you only really see him briefly. You see him when he appears behind... Is it behind Ed, isn't it? When Ed's looking at the thing. Is it behind Ed? He appears, doesn't he? And he's like smiling, the Crooked Man.
Yeah.
And then he only appears when he's fucking singing.
I don't know.
When he walks down the fucking corridor. I don't know how many times I've just sworn, but I feel like it was a lot. How much of money have I got to put in the swear jar? I need to go wash my dirty mouth out, I think. Can't help it. So yeah, I like them scenes anyway. I say scenes, but I think it's more the characters that I love. Like, I love the Nun and I love the Crooked Man. But I think for me, I'm probably the same as you. I like the scene where she's like, oh, fuck, Ed, you're going to fall on the pokey stick. Yeah. That was not a euphemism. You're worse than me. Oh. You need to go wash your brain out with soap. I need to go wash my mouth out. You need to go wash your brain. Dirty-minded. But yeah, I think it is the same. But for me, for 3... Do you remember much of 3?
The only bit I remember was with the witch and the table thing. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
That's literally the only thing I remember.
It was a bit culty.
Yeah.
I think... As much as I love witches and shit like that, I didn't like what they done with that.
Yeah, but that's the only bit I remember, though, is with where they're underground.
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
And then...
I think that's what I didn't like about it.
For... like medication, and then I think Lorraine actually had the pills in her pocket, but Ed had to take them, but they was in 2 completely different places.
Do you not remember the scene in the morgue?
No, the only scene I remember is the witch scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene where Lorraine falls off the cliff? Goes to fall off the cliff and then...
I don't remember anything. I need to rewatch it.
It's meant to be a Conjuring podcast. Should have watched it before we done it.
No, I remember Conjuring 1 and 2, but with Conjuring 3, it's just it's not my cup of tea.
I generally, but that's the thing, isn't it? If you're not that into it, you're not going to pay attention. But
no, and I'm not going to want to watch it again.
No, I liked it, but we're the sort of people, though, that we don't say we like it for the sake of it. If we don't particularly like something, we'll say that, it was all right kind of thing, but I just didn't like, as much as I like the witchy shit, I don't feel it needed that. But then maybe that's what happened. But then no, that's the element they had, I reckon.
I think so.
Because obviously the thing, the real life thing was Arnie. He was in that.
Yeah, that's have some demonic thing into it.
Yeah, they had their own little thing to it, I think, didn't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think, to be honest with you, I think maybe next week we're going to go a bit harder on the Annabelle and the
I think
Nun.
we're more Annabelle as well. Well, Annabelle's a big one to talk about because obviously with the Conjurings, they're based on true stories, so there's only so much you can say about it.
Yeah,
because it is based on a true story. Your facts are mostly in the film.
Yeah, so they're kind of limited.
Whereas with Annabelle, it's more of a you can go off the pages with that. Can't
and
you?
I think like if you're doing anything, but I think if you're doing anything that's real, like based on true stories, you can't be doing theories.
No, exactly.
Whereas with Terrifier and Scream the other week, we were doing theories and shit like that.
Annabelle, I know Annabelle was based on the true story, hence the real doll, but they've gone off it, gone on. They've gone off the page a bit with that, haven't they?
Yeah,
and made it their own. So it was based on a true story because. If you don't know, I don't know why you don't, but there's the real Annabelle in Ed and Lorraine Warren's museum thing in the case, and it literally looks like nothing like the doll in the
weird,
film.
Isn't it? I don't get that. Why they didn't make it the same?
Do you
think it was like copyright?
Maybe.
Might be,
maybe, yeah.
Maybe they're not allowed to make it look the same.
Yeah. Because if you don't know, the real doll, I don't know, but the real doll is like a rag doll. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the doll in the films is literally like a Barbie doll.
What's that Barbie?
No, but I mean, like, do you know the ones?
It's one ugly fucking Barbie doll.
I mean, do you know the ones where you can get the really tall ones, like the Rapunzel ones?
Oh yeah.
I mean, as in where she sat like that.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
She's plastic, whereas the other one is cotton.
Yeah. But yeah, they look nothing like each other.
No.
Like with the real life one's got like a bloody triangle nose.
Got a box nose.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why they did that though. Maybe it is for copyright that they couldn't do exactly the same.
Yeah, I did think it was weird because I'd seen what it looked like before I watched it.
Yeah.
And then when it like got advertised, I was a bit like, because I heard about it and then it got advertised, and I was like, what the actual
maybe they
frick
try and make it more like scary.
Maybe. Oh yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be as scary if it was a ragdoll, would it?
No.
I'd fucking laugh at it. I'd boot it in the air. What? Stamp on it.
Whereas if you was to boot that, I feel like you bloody hurt your foot on that.
Yeah. The thing is, we can't sit here and talk about.
Not like
this is just a general chit chat because we can't sit here and say what we think is going to happen in the next Conjuring because it's on the events.
Like we do with our Scream and our Terrified, we can have theories, we can do everything with that.
Yeah, predictions for a new one. Yeah.
It's not based on a true story, whereas with this, we can't say our theories on it because, you know, it already happened, it's in the past.
Yeah. We can't run away with ourselves with it, whereas we get quite creative.
Like with Terrifier, if you watched it, I ran off the rails with my theories, whereas with this, I can't because they're all based on true stories. Yeah. They're all individual stories.
Exactly, yeah.
So they aren't linked together, do you know what I mean? Other than Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's literally the only
That's the only consistent thing through the whole
But they're real people
universe.
In real life, and the true story is about real people, so we can't do theories on it.
Do you know what I think I like about number 2 as well? And I keep going back to number 2. Fuck number 1 and 3. What even is it? No, I do like number 1. I can't lie. Yeah. But number 3, I just went. I was shocked on. I think part of what I like is the era, as in like. It's like what year was it? The 70s, wasn't it? Was it the 70s? Yeah, 77. The Enfield haunting was. I really, even though the first one was also the 70s, I feel like because it was Britain in England, not Britain. Is that the same thing? I don't know. Because it was England in the 70s, I think it just felt a little bit of a comfort.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Does that sound weird? Yeah. I liked that element to it. Yeah, but again, that's something that had to be there because it's what happened.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that we can sit there and go, oh, that's really, really good idea that they've done that because they've had to do that because that's the point.
But exactly.
It's really, actually, it's not until we've done this that it's like, it's made me realise how hard it is to speak about because it is just based on true things.
Yeah, whereas with Annabelle and the Nun, we can go more of
well, because they've obviously exaggerated some things, haven't they?
Exactly.
Even though Annabelle was a real thing, they've exaggerated.
They've gone off the page and they've made it their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whereas with the Nun, I'm not really sure because I haven't done my facts about that yet because that's in like 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I don't know if the Nun is based on something real or if they've just put it in the Conjuring.
So then they've made something of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they thought, oh, actually,
we could do something with that. Yeah, we're actually meeting her, aren't we?
Yeah, I know.
Meeting our girl Bonnie. Right, Bonnie, babe. Can't wait to meet her. Actually, she's actually terrifying.
Yeah, no.
Because they don't hardly do any makeup to her, other than the white. I literally don't think they do any like special effects.
Yeah,
it's her shape of her face. It's terrifying. Imagine waking up to that every morning.
Yeah.
No offense, but your face is terrifying, and I am going to tell you that. You do terrifying. Yeah, I can say your face is terrifying, and if I saw you stood in the corner of my room, I'd shit my pants. I can say that. It is terrifying. That's what. Look, I'm not being funny. She don't give a fuck. She's minted. She's minted from the film, but she don't care. So look, you terrify me.
Do you reckon with all the money she could get plastic surgery?
So I can't say that, but you can say that.
But unless...
I don't mean in a horrible way, I just mean she looks scary.
Maybe there's another Nun. You never know.
I don't think that's just the reason. I don't think she's going to change her whole face, is she? Just because people think she looks terrifying. But what I'm saying is, I think she knows people think that anyway. She just has a terrifying face. I'm not saying that she's ugly or anything, that she fucking needs to put a bag on her head. I'm just saying... she's got a terrifying face. I think it's the shape.
It's her like cheekbones.
Yeah, and you can see it when she's actually as the Nun, and you can see it when she hasn't got the special effects.
It's
the makeup.
It's just her like her nose and cheekbones that make it more. What's the word? Something.
I was gonna put tumbleweed across that. But I think we've like covered a lot of it. I'm not going to sit here. We're not doing the whole what their names were in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, you've probably seen The Conjuring. I'm not going to sit here and bore you we probably have bored you to death, but it's just generally like so me and you can chat in it really.
Obviously with our Annabelle next week, there'll be much more to say like theory wise and stuff, because like I said, it is based on true story because of the doll is real. But
they can run away with theories.
I think they've already got off the page with it, but I'm gonna have to fact check that. But
when I say run away with theories, that made no sense. I mean run away with their imagination.
Yeah, on how like their scripts.
Yeah.
And how they're gonna make the storylines, if it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be another one though.
I don't know.
Because I've not heard anything about that.
No, when was the last one?
Let me have a look.
Was it Annabelle Comes Home, wasn't it?
So you got one? Yeah, that was 2019. That felt like fucking ages ago.
Is there only 2?
No, it's 3. So it's Annabelle Creation. No, sorry.
I didn't see that.
No, there's Annabelle from 2014.
Yeah.
Annabelle Creation. And
Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah, so there's 3. So there's 3 Annabelles, 2 Conjurings at the moment. What?
3
Conjurings. Sorry, I was thinking about
and
the nun.
2 nuns.
2 nuns, yeah. So there's probably going to be another nun in there. Of course there is. It's actually quite weird because it's like 3 and 3, isn't it? Other than the nun. But they could keep going with that though.
What, the nun and Annabelle?
Just the Conjuring Universe.
Oh my god!
Because all they've got to do is pull out loads of like files from Ed and Lorraine Warren, and then they could fucking.
Yeah.
I wonder how many cases they've done.
I don't know, but do you know what I had in my head when I just said about the nun and Annabelle?
Fuck a great. Sorry.
Do you know when we were speaking about Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah, I fucking love that. Yeah.
Imagine Annabelle versus the nun.
Just kick her in the head.
Yeah, but they don't move, do they? So they would just be looking at each other and just telepathically probing.
Did you just say telepathically probing? I thought you said telepathically probing.
No, they'd be just sat there because they don't move, do they?
No.
So there'll just be a figment standing on the nun.
Having a Mexican standoff staring at each other.
And then Annabelle be sat on a bloody rocking chair. And then they will just be telepathically throwing things.
Insults at each other.
Yeah.
Oh, how many cases did Ed and... Do you know what? It's not because I haven't got my information in front of me. It's because I think of things when we're doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck's sake.
When we have a whole week to get our facts, right?
No, this week I was really bad. I didn't do it till an hour ago. No, I'd done some of it, then I lost some of it. They done 10,000 cases. Can you imagine how many be 10,000 Conjurings if they done it based on that?
That'd be the longest bloody thing ever.
Yeah, but I'm up for.
No, I mean, as with Scream, we've got Scream 1 till 7, and people think that's a very long franchise.
No, I reckon they could do at least another 3 Screams.
Probs.
So yeah, apparently.
Yeah, but don't forget the real, obviously not real, but obviously the one who plays Ed and Lorraine, they're gonna get old.
Yeah, but so did the real Ed and Lorraine. Yeah, it would add to the effect, wouldn't it, really?
True.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to squeeze 10,000 cases in, though.
No.
That'd be pushing it a bit. So, yeah, I think I'm happy to leave it there.
Yeah.
But do let us know, obviously, your favourite scenes. And actually, one thing we haven't done, I don't know if we have or not, because to be honest with you, my brain is hurting.
Brain's frazzled.
Brain is frazzled. I feel like I've literally just stuck it in a microwave. What's your rankings? Should we say it at the same time? Because I think it's
ready.
The same,
3, 2, 1.
2, 1, 3.
Boom shakalaka.
Jinx, no returns. Yeah, so that was today's podcast. We're just a bit all over the place, I think. I don't know why.
I think because we didn't get our creative juices flowing.
We weren't able to do that though. No. That's the difference this week. But hopefully we can with that. I think we will, because the nun, from what I know, isn't real. So
this is when it turns out to be real. I don't think it is.
To be honest, I'm more slashers. I love the paranormal and I love the Conjuring, but I
think that's why I love Terrifier so much, because it kind of intertwines a little bit.
I like films like that. Like, I went to see something called Until Dawn last night, and it is fucking incredible. It's got
there's loads of horror films coming out this year, isn't there?
It was so good, honestly. It's got gore in it. It's got like a demonic feel to it. Well, massive demonic feel to it. It's got like creatures in it. They almost look like zombies, but they weren't. It was like some kind of creature. it was just incredible. And I like horror films that do that.
Yeah.
That intertwine, so you can kind of run off of that, whereas with this, like you say, it is just literally what's in front of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will be back next week with Annabelle. Hopefully we're not as scatty. I do apologise if we've hurt your ears, but we're just being ourselves, aren't we, babe?
Yeah.
We will chat to you next week when we've actually sorted our shit out.
Yeah. Sort our life out.
Sort our fucking life out. And make sure you're subscribing as well if you want to put up with more of our shit. And turn on your notification bells.
Yeah.
So you never miss an upload from us. We will talk to you next week, and thank you for dropping in. Love you. Bye.